Advanced Communicator Gold, Anna Jaworski, with I Need a Hero.
Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, honored guests, how many of you over the course of your life have had a hero? All right. How many of you have a hero right now? It seems like in the course of my life I've had many heroes. And tonight I'm going to tell you about 3 reasons why I need a hero, because I do need a hero, and I think all of us need heroes. My very first reason for needing a hero is that heroes help us define the limits of our aspirations. My very first hero was a math teacher, a coach, and a father. He took me with him to summer school, let me grade his homework papers, and had me create his bulletin boards. My very first hero was my dad. 2 other people who greatly influenced me during those early years of my life were Helen Keller and Annie Sullivan. I read their biographies, and then later I became a teacher. In fact, I became a teacher of the deaf, just like Annie Sullivan. And I became a math teacher, just like my dad. And while Daddy coached athletics, I was a robotics coach for the last 6 years. Our heroes help us define the limits of our aspirations. The second reason I need a hero is my heroes give me hope. My heroes provide an example of how they can overcome obstacles. They empower me. And I have a lot of heroes here in this room every week. Hero Tim Manson is a multiple sclerosis survivor. Janet Scherer is showing me how to beat breast cancer with grace and dignity. Gail Brazier is a stroke survivor. And my mother survived child abuse and adult parents, and parents who are alcoholics. All of these people have shown me how to have hope and how to survive. But perhaps my biggest hero, who gives me hope, and who is also my tiniest hero, was my 6-pound, 6-ounce baby boy. Alexander was born on August 11, 1994, with a broken heart. He survived for 2 months before his heart defect was diagnosed. The surgeon said, "I don't think he's going to survive. He's in congestive heart failure." He then went on to draw diagrams on a blackboard of a normal heart and Alexander's heart. I wanted to leap out of my chair and run down the hallway to embrace him and to protect him. But I stayed where I was, and I said to the surgeon, "What would you do if it were your son?" He looked at me and said, "I would take him home for what little time he has left, and I would love him." That was not an option for me. He then proceeded to tell me of all the complications that are involved with open heart surgery and the possible other complications that could follow. But I said to him, "You fix his heart, and I'll take care of the rest." Just hours before his open heart surgery, his nurse let me bathe him. The last bath with a chest that was scar-free. When I was done, the nurse said, "Anna, hold out your hands." And I did, and he put Alexander in them. I looked down at my baby and I said, "Alex, you have to be strong. You have to fight. I can't imagine my life without you. I love you." Alexander showed me how to survive, not 1, but 2 open heart surgeries. And that 6-pound, 6-ounce baby boy is now 5 foot 6 inches tall and weighs 118 pounds. He is definitely my hero. But heroes do one other thing for us. Heroes also help us to be better than we would be otherwise. The night before Alexander's surgery, my 3-year-old son Joey called me at the hospital. I didn't know if I could talk to him. I was just barely keeping my emotions in check. And I told my sister-in-law that, and she said, "He needs to talk to you." So I picked up the phone and I said, "Hi, Joey," forcing a smile on my face and more enthusiasm in my voice than I really felt. And Joey said, "Hi, Mommy." I said, "Are you having fun with Aunt Karen and Aunt Susan?" He said, "Oh, yes, we went to dinner in the park. I'm having fun, but Mommy, how's my baby brother?" I didn't want to lie to Joey. There was a very real possibility that he could die in the next 24 hours. But I didn't want to worry him either. He's very sick, I said, but he has really good nurses and doctors taking care of him. Joey was silent for a moment, and then he said, Mommy, you don't worry about me. Just take care of my baby brother. That very moment, the tears came, and Joey became my hero, and he has been ever since. Our heroes help us to define the limits of our aspirations. They give us hope and show us how to survive, and they help make us better people than we would be otherwise. On Wednesday night, I'm frequently tempted to skip my Toastmasters meeting. I'm tired from driving Alex all the way to Waco for college and then all the way to Georgetown for another class. And I sometimes think about skipping my meeting, but then I think about hero Tim Manson. And I go to my Toastmasters meeting because I know that Tim Manson is tired from dealing with MS all day long. And if he can drive from Colleen to our meeting, how can I miss our meetings by being lazy and staying home? So I go to my meetings. But perhaps the person who is my biggest hero and who inspires me daily is my husband, Frank. In 1989, just 2 weeks before a new school year was about to begin, we had moved from an apartment to a house, and I got a phone call. It was Texas School for the Deaf telling me that their middle school math teacher had just left and offering me the position. I didn't know what to do, but Frank said, "You're taking that job. Any other decision would be one that you would regret for the rest of your life." He single-handedly repacked our entire household and moved us to Austin while I began the job that I dreamed of since childhood. Our heroes help us define the limits of our aspirations. They give us hope and show us how to survive, and they help us be better than we would be otherwise. My hope is that I can be committed enough to be the best Anna I can be, to follow the example of all of my heroes so that maybe I can be a hero for someone else.